How's it going, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to be explaining why beginners who are newer to the law of attraction and manifestation might actually have a lot more success in manifesting the things that they want in their life if they kind of like focus more on their emotions, their vibrations, and their state of being, rather than going really kind of hard and dedicated into affirmations. Now, before I even begin, I want to say that affirmations are extremely powerful. And also, a big thing that kind of brought this on is I did a live stream with Mr. Chad from Open Your Reality. Definitely go and check out that live stream and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, because we went pretty deep into all of this in that video, but I think I gave too much credit to Abraham Hicks and the kind of like emotional, vibrational aspect of manifestation law of attraction, and didn't really do affirmations the justice that they deserve. Okay, but in this video I'm gonna explain why emotions and vibration and Abraham Hicks style law of attraction might be better to start with when you first start. Okay. So again, like, affirmations are powerful. I've actually found when I affirm every single day a specific thing in the present tense, like I am so happy and grateful now that I make $2,400 a week. Sorry, that's not good. I am so happy and grateful. Yeah, whatever. I am so happy and grateful now that I make $2,400 a week or whatever. Or I'm so happy and grateful now that I won a gold medal and around my neck or whatever. My professors are like amazing. They awarded me a blue belt and blah blah blah, or whatever it is, right? What I noticed is the exact amount of money or the exact people that I mention in my affirmations start to show up and manifest in my reality, which is really crazy. The exact people that I, like, for example, in jiu-jitsu, that I'm like, oh, like, manifested the blue belt or whatever it is, they start to talk to me more. They start to, be in my environment more, be more involved in my training. And I've actually gotten awards on my jiu-jitsu belts from those people when I affirm those over and over again. Even more, is like the amount of money. When I over and over again affirm a certain amount of money, I start to see that number manifest, like in my Google searches and my surfing of the web. I start to see, like, if I'm like, $2,400 a week, I start to see $24 everywhere, and I actually manifested $24 given to me by mistake, deposited in my bank account once, which was really interesting. And so or just finding more money on the ground when I start to affirm about money, or if I start to affirm I am a gold medalist in jiu-jitsu, yada yada, more and more people start to talk to me about how I can win a gold medal. Even though I haven't even talked to them about it yet, they start to appear in my reality and start to bring up the topic. More like when I affirm, make specific affirmations, people throughout my day, even at the grocery store, I start to see people. I saw someone wearing a freaking jiu-jitsu gold medal once at the grocery store. And for those who don't like do jiu-jitsu and stuff, it doesn't matter. You just don't see people wearing freaking jiu-jitsu medals at the store. Like, that's not a common thing. What I'm trying to get at, though, is specific affirmations and visualizations. For sure, visualizations are so powerful. The more specific you are, it's really insane, the things that pop up. Like, it's unmistakable, the correlation between the things that I visualize or affirm and the manifestations that happen. So affirmations work, and they work in scary surreal, supernatural, like you wouldn't even, like, in hard to believe ways, like what they call miracles, the whole reason why prayer works. But anyway, so affirmations work, but as a beginner in the law of attraction, let me explain why you want to focus more on the feelings associated with your manifestation, all right? Abraham Hicks is really the best person, in my opinion, that can teach beginners how to get there because it's very basic in general. The newer you are to law of attraction and manifestation, the more general you want to be. But Neville Goddard talks about living in the end. And, you know, Neville Goddard, as much as they're into the power of belief and mental diet, affirmations, you know, and visualization and stuff like that, they also talk a lot about feeling is a secret, feeling the emotions you would feel as if your thing was manifested. A lot of it comes down to feeling. People who tell you, oh, you know, feelings, you know, aren't important in manifesting or whatever. No matter whether you're into Neville Goddard, whether you're into Joseph Murphy or Abraham Hicks or whoever, whatever guru, they all admit feeling is very powerful, and to a certain degree, it's necessary, just in a certain way. But anyway, so here's why. Here's why for beginners. Because one of the major problems that people have when they first try to do this is they hear what you focus on grows, or you attract what you want, or whatever it is. How many people have you heard say, oh, I constantly affirm to myself, I am a millionaire over and over again, and I did that for months, and I never became a millionaire. Right? Or you know, or they're trying to attract a certain person into their life, and they're like, I affirmed over and over again, my ex-girlfriend loves me, or whatever it is. You know, and maybe they like try to visualize these things and whatever it is. And the months pass, and you'll see these people on internet forums, Reddit threads, law of attraction. You'll see people making videos about it. You'll see law of attraction debunking videos and articles about it. You know, and they're like, yeah, I affirmed, but it didn't manifest. So you have to understand that. So if I'm affirming I am a millionaire, but I feel like I'm bullshitting myself, or I feel delusional, or I feel an imposter effect. Like, first of all, I do believe repetition is key. Repetition is a mother of all skill. And it is true, placebo effect, self-fulfilling prophecies, and neuroplasticity and affirmations. Those things work and are powerful if you're persistent in them. But most people, when they first start out, they haven't seen this shit work in their real life. And the only reason why I believe in law of attraction is because I've manifested so many crazy fucking things that cannot be explained by a coincidence or whatever else. If for people who haven't like manifested these things, and even when I first started, even though I have used affirmations and visualization and pretending and shit like that, living in the end, I still needed to start out easy. If you affirm I am a millionaire, but you feel like you're broke, if you affirm that you're a millionaire, but you feel desperate for money, if you feel the scarcity, if you feel the lack, okay, you are going to manifest the feeling. You're going to manifest the lack. You're going to manifest the desperate energetics, the scarcity, the lack, what you feel, and then what you focus on is what you will attract. Okay? This is key. This is key. Affirmations, they are amazing, but they don't manifest. Affirmations narrow your point of focus and speed up the universe bringing you your object of attraction. So if I'm focusing on money, I say to myself, I am a millionaire, but I'm feeling poor and lack. I'm focusing on money right now, and I'm speeding up the feelings of lack surrounding money. So your focus, your mind, your visualization, the subject that you're focusing on, you're going to attract something in relationship to that. But your emotions dictate what side of the coin you're going to manifest that subject towards you. So if you're like thinking about money and you feel lack and scarcity, you're going to attract that money in a deficit, in more lack. But instead, if you're focusing on money, no matter what, let's say someone else comes into your life, okay? And they're telling you, I don't have any money. Money is so hard. I hate it. I hate my job. But you feel like money is abundant. You feel like money comes effortless and easy to me. And that person comes in your life and they're talking about money and they're talking about how they don't have any. But you personally have a different experience, different belief, and a different feeling. In your head, you're going to want to tell them, hey, actually, no, money comes effortless and easiest. Money comes easy. Money is abundant. Because even if someone else is bringing that up, you have a different belief, you have a different energy, and so you're going to attract more abundance while that person, even though that person's bringing it up to you in a different state. But of course, you'll be a little bit annoyed because you all have conflicting vibrational states. But the point I'm trying to make is when you think about money, you're not attracting what you affirm, per se. You're attracting what you feel, and what you feel is a reflection of what you believe. This is the thing people don't understand about beliefs. People will be like, emotions don't matter. All that matters is your belief. But like, if you really believe in something, belief is a feeling. Is it not? Is it not? And that's actually something that Joseph Murphy talks about, who is the pioneer of the power of the subconscious mind, the law of belief. It was taught by the same person as Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard's one of the most, the biggest groups of the law of attraction, manifestation, law of assumption community, where they talk about belief and the law of assumption, where what you assume is true will be true. And assuming something is true is generally, you're at ease with the outcome of what you expect. And so it's not so much the affirmation of, oh, this is true, right? But it's the feeling of, yeah, man, that's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's the feeling. Feeling is a secret. That's a book by Neville Goddard. Living in the End is all about focusing on the end result you want to achieve and feeling it, okay? The thing is, people who are in like the Neville Goddard manifestation, or just the idea that affirmation and visualization is all that matters, the thing is they think that affirmations and visualization are completely different than feeling. Again, like, so many people have this experience, and I have definitely as well, where I affirm over and over again a very specific thing, and then it shows up in my reality picture perfect to what I visualized and affirmed. And maybe I attracted it during a time where I felt really kind of like negative in that moment. But I think it might have a lot to do with, but usually though, usually things attract when I'm in a, based on my current state of like energetics or whatever. But also a lot of times with specific manifestations isn't so much what you're feeling in the current moment, but more so what you feel about that subject that manifests eventually. And so you might be feeling kind of like anxious, but maybe the resistance was lost. You're not, because you're not thinking about money or whatever it might be. You're thinking about something else, and usually when you affirm, like, I have $1 million or whatever it is, money comes abundantly, you feel good about it and you believe in it. Even though you're feeling anxious in the current moment, you might attract that money because your feelings about money are feelings of abundance, and also you're focused on something completely different in your life, like, whatever it is, like, I don't know, I don't even, whatever, your car breaks down or something, and you're like, oh shit, my car, and you're completely distracted about money. In that moment, the resistance about money is gone, and your normal beliefs about money are that of abundance, so you attract money in that moment, and then there goes your solution to your car breaking down. And then you get more money, and it just like snowballs from there. And then before you know it, your current state of being is actually that of happiness and abundance. So hopefully that made sense. But I've had this happen actually many times where, like, my car will break down, and I'm like, oh, fuck, here it goes, because in that moment, I'm actually in a state of, like, anxiety. I'm like, it actually happened to me a couple days ago, just recently. And my car didn't break down, my tire went flat. It's always my tire. And I'm in a state of anxiety or, like, ambiguity. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in the future is usually what happens. And then I manifest something that, like, I wasn't expecting, which adds to the ambiguity, which reinforces my current state of attraction, which is ambiguity. Look up that word if you know what the fuck ambiguity means. It just means you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Actually, both times I was in a state of ambiguity. I'm like, oh, damn, I don't know what's going to happen. And then my tire blows out, or I run over a curb, my tire blows out, whatever it is. But the thing is, when that happens, I'll call my insurance company, and then I'll sit down and I'll be like, okay, I need to get my energetic state into a more non-resistant. I need to remove the resistance, and get rid of the ambiguity and whatever else, like let go of attachment. And then all of a sudden, because usually you're like, oh, now I got to wait for the car repair person or the tow truck to come or the tire change person to come. That's going to take forever. But because I changed my state of attraction, 5 minutes later, I don't know how, but this is legit what happened. 5 minutes later, the freaking tire change person comes in 5 minutes. That's fast. And I'm on the side of the road. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And then he's all happy, and then he gives me good news that, like, my spare tire is not just a donut, just like that only has 100 miles on it, but it's actually a full-size tire, and I don't have to worry about, like, rushing to get my tire patched or whatever, even though I still will, But it's like, oh, more relief, this guy's cool. And it's like, oh, the universe has my back, right? And so hopefully y'all can relate to this and understand what my point is, that, your current state might attract some crazy shit to come, right? Some obstacles or some negative shit. But the universe is still responding to other subjects and other emotions you've had in the background. And all it takes is a shift or a detachment or whatever in your energetic state in the current moment to all of a sudden bring forth, change your course that you're currently on. And then as long as you can change your current state of emotion, whatever it might be, remove attachment, remove the resistance, or completely shift to a more positive state of energy, now the universe will attract you more energetic stuff, and it's a snowball from there. But no matter what, momentum is key, and a snowball effect will bring you more shit in alignment with what it is that you feel. All right, so anyway, let's get back to beginners, why you should focus on energy. So look, most people, they affirm, when they first start, they affirm things about money and this and that. And they attract, like, the lack, right, the scarcity. The number one biggest obstacle when you first start is you feel like an imposter, you feel like you're bullshitting yourself, and whenever you affirm your desires, like I am a millionaire or whatever it might be, you constantly see evidence that it's not the case because you feel lack, because you feel scarcity, because you feel like an imposter, because you feel like life is hard or whatever it is. The biggest obstacle is shifting your emotions and believing that the law of attraction is even real. That's the number one thing. That's why people are so addicted to watching Abraham Hicks videos, watching Neville Goddard speeches, and Law of Attraction gurus on YouTube. The number one thing is not how to use the right techniques or whatever. Do we really need to watch millions of videos on the Law of Attraction to understand visualization, affirmation, and this and that? Look, all you got to do is repeat affirmations all fucking day, or when you wake up in the night, or whatever, right? Do you really need to watch a shit ton of videos like to remind yourself of that? Not really. So then, if the techniques are so fucking simple, or the concepts, just believe it's gonna happen, or just visualize, or just affirm, or just feel good, as Abraham Hicks says, if it's that simple, like literally, it is that simple, then why do so many fucking people binge watch these videos? Now these gurus are charging, hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars, or whatever, hundreds of dollars for consultations. And why do people pay for that? You know why? It's because they don't believe that it's not that they don't know how to fucking use the law of attraction, because the law of attraction shit's simple. It's that they don't believe in it. It's that they don't feel it. So the point I'm trying to make is feeling and belief is the most important thing when you first start. And it's hard to believe in something if you don't see the results. And if you don't see the results and you don't believe in it, and you affirm, but you affirm from a point of not believing, and you affirm from a point of feeling the opposite of what you're affirming, then whenever you affirm, you're going to attract the opposite. You're going to attract what you feel. You attract a combination of what you focus on and your feeling. Okay? That's the key. What you focus on and what you feel about what you're focusing on. There you go. Legit. That's what it is. So, affirmations are a way of shifting your focus. And changing your feeling state is a way of attracting of what you actually attract with the side of it. So when you first start, focus on feeling at ease. Focus on feeling relaxed. Focus on feeling certain that no matter what happens, I'm going to prosper, or whatever it is. Abraham Hicks says, be general, okay? If you want to manifest $1 million, the easiest way to fucking do that is to, first of all, let go of $1 million. There's a lot of anxiety, so that's a huge fucking goal, right? Instead, focus on abundance. Focus on the universe always has my back. The universe always brings me what I need, what I want, or whatever. What Christians say having faith in God really is. Having faith in God. Even believing that, God has a plan for you, which I don't even like that idea of God and this and that. But that's very powerful, because then you are letting go of resistance and attachment and whatever else, and you're feeling faith and confidence, and you're not attached to this idea of the fear of failure and lack, because you're like, no, God's got my back or whatever. So when you first start out, changing your feeling state, however you can do that, whether you need to go to therapy, whether you need to read a bunch of books, believe in God, go to a damn church, whatever it is, all of those things have the same goal. They change your mindset, they change your beliefs, your thoughts, and they try to give you feelings of catharsis and relief. That's really all that therapy and all that other stuff is. So you could shortcut it. Just a shortcut is just like, hey man, freaking just changing my emotional state is all that's necessary. So instead of trying to believe that you're a millionaire or something, start to feel abundance. Start to feel like everything's going to work out. Start to feel like the actions I'm taking will get me to my goal. And then it's easy from there. You don't need to really, you don't need to worry. You don't need to beat your head up against the wall. You don't need to take the freaking hardest path or whatever. It's like, nah, man, whatever path I take is going to lead me to my goal, okay? Then that does not mean that you don't need to take action. That doesn't mean that you can just feel good, bro, do drugs and don't go and do jobs and shit. No. It's that when you like the feeling of having money is not the feeling of, oh, I got to get $1,000,000. Oh, why is it not manifesting? I'm poor. What, like, oh, like money sucks or whatever. Like, oh, got to pay the bills. No. Anxiety surrounding money is not in alignment with the affirmation of I have a lot of money. So that's why legitimately Abraham Hicks, Neville Goddard, and even Joseph Murphy, they all pretty much say the same thing. It's in all of their fucking books. Abraham Hicks just like makes it the primary thing is feeling is a secret. Feel the feelings that you would feel as if it was already won. Okay? As if it was already earned, as if it was already manifested. Feeling is the end. Okay? You don't even have to think about the subject if you just feel those feelings. If you have $1,000,000, or whatever, like, however you think that's going to feel, how would that feel? Okay? That wouldn't feel like having anxiety surrounding money, obviously. And so, yeah, whether you choose to affirm or not, it's the feeling that matters in that regard. It's just affirming it will speed up the process and will make your manifestation more specific. But most people just want to live a happy life. They want to feel fulfilled. They want to feel free, And so when you first start out, that's going to help you build the confidence in the law of attraction. It's going to help you build the belief. And then eventually when you start to actually become more advanced and you start to affirm things, now you're not affirming and then feeling the lack of that affirmation and then never manifesting that actual affirmation. You're not manifesting lack anymore, right? Okay, so feeling is very important. So one more thing I'll say is like, if I use the word fuck, right, the F word, okay, that is going to feel different and be interpreted different by so many different people, okay? And people who are in manifestation law of attraction circles, we're always thinking about universal energy and like God and source energy and shit like that, okay? Well, look, if I go to, I don't know, China and I use the word fuck and they don't speak fucking English at all. They speak Chinese or Mandarin or whatever. They're not even going to understand the word fuck, at least I don't think. They don't speak English. They don't, whatever. They never heard that word before. So if I use the word fuck, or if I affirm I'm going to be a millionaire, and the Chinese person doesn't even speak English, they're going to look at me all confused and it's not the vibrations I'm vibrating through these words are not going to be interpreted by the person who speaks a different language. They're not going to they're not going to feel the same way that I do about that. And why is that? Well, it's because the universe or beings or matter or whatever doesn't understand language or words, okay? So what I'm trying to say is like affirmations are only as powerful as the energy you put behind them. It's just interesting to me how much weight people can put into thoughts and affirmations and words when it's pretty clear if you just look at, the language example, or just when I say the word fuck, some people can take it offensive no matter how I use the context of it, and other people will not. It's the energy and what you're visualizing and what you believe about a subject. That's what matters, okay? Not to say affirmations don't matter. Affirmations are a way of guiding your focus and a way of guiding your perception, guiding your beliefs, guiding the way you see things. Affirmations create if you use them like Neville Goddard and you use the freaking mental diet or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so there we go. Feeling is a secret. That's beginners, but affirmations are powerful. So, yeah, it's not an either or type of thing. Leave your question, comments down below, and I'll talk to y'all next time.